Before I start this rant, to anyone who likes this day, I respect your opinion. Anyways, enjoy. December 2nd, 2021. This was the worst day ever. Now let me tell you a story about why this day sucks. In my opinion, I woke up and I was getting ready for school. Then I rode my skateboard to the bus stop. While I was waiting for the bus, my nose started bleeding unexpectedly. So I had to pinch my nose shut with my coat. Then suddenly the bleeding stopped. Then the bus came to pick me up and I went to school. After that, I went to Auraria campus to meet my homeroom class there. And I went to the Auraria Library Cafe and I used the bathroom. And I got snacks from the vending machine. Then I went for a small ride on my electric skateboard for a bit before heading to the Cherry Creek building. Then I rode to the Colfax at Auraria station. Once I got to Colfax at Auraria light rail station, the timing belt on my electric skateboard broke. This resulted in me replacing the timing belt with a new belt after that happened. And I took a small break. And I snacked on my chips. Then I rode my electric skateboard to the Cherry Creek building. A few minutes later, it was time to transition to homeroom. And I sat on the chairs in the Cherry Creek building of Auraria campus. Once my teacher came, we started discussing about my social security disability. I couldn't tell you the information for reasons. But I had to complete some objectives with my homeroom teacher. And me and my teacher had to call the SSA without my mom knowing about this. I didn't want to call them. But I had to because of reasons. We called them for the schedule of another in-person meeting. But I will not go into full details about it for personal reasons. But when the social security provider answered, I got so stressed. I told them the information they asked me. But I got a lot more stress. During the call, I had to text my mom about my social security disability. And the appeal. Then my homeroom teacher explained to me why I got denied. I got denied because of medical reasons. I almost got in trouble for not answering the provider's questions when my homeroom teacher told me to. I should have answered the questions before talking to my homeroom teacher. I did not want this day to be like May 18, 2020 all over again. I told them the information they asked me. But I got a lot more stress. And I got mad. Then my homeroom teacher yelled at me to tell the provider my information. Which made me very mad. After the call, I had to text my mom about my social security disability. And the appeal. Then my homeroom teacher explained to me to tell my mom to go to a darn doctor for get me tested. Then my teacher did my point sheet. And worst of all, she gave me a 2 on my point sheet. Which got me mad. Then I went to the light rail station to catch the W line. My homeroom teacher came with me as well. Then the train came to pick me up. And my homeroom teacher came with me on the train. During the ride, me and my homeroom teacher are discussing about the plan to appeal my social security disability. And other information. Once I got off at my stop, I was really mad. And I texted my mom about what happened in my homeroom class. I also told my friends about the situation I was having with my homeroom teacher. Then I went to the bus stop. Then the bus came to pick me up and I went to school. After that, I went to my afternoon class. Then it was time for lunch. I went in and got a school lunch. Then I sat with my friends on the benches. And we had a good lunch. After I ate lunch, I started playing soccer with the boys. Then I hung out with Ms. Maria for a bit. After lunch break, it was time to transition to automotive class. We went out in the shop and we got split up into groups of 2. One side does brake inspections. And one side does brake lathes. So I was in my group on brake lathes. We learned to machine a brake rotor for the first time. This is fun. Then it was time to transition to brake. Then it was time for school-wide. And I hung out with my friends in the hallway including Ms. Maria. Then it was time to transition back to automotive class. Since this day landed on a Thursday, we are learning to machine brake drums and rotors on brake lathes of this week. And me and my partner were machining a pancake brake rotor for the first time. We learned how to do a scratch test. And we learned how to adjust the dials for the carbide cutting bits. Then we learned how to do a slow cut. And a fast cut. Then a remeasurement of the brake rotor after it got machined. Then a non-directional finish. This is fun. But we left off on the remeasurement step. There is always tomorrow to do it. Then it was time to go home. I took the bus back home and sat my stuff in my room. And plugged in my electric skateboard to charge. After that, I played on my computer. Then I helped chop up my beef ramen noodles before it gets cooked. Then I started eating some dinner. Before I start taking a shower, I got another half sandwich. Which is awesome. Then I took a shower. When I was about to play PS4 with my best friend Aaron Vietz, my PS4 had to do a system software update. And I tried to FaceTime him. It was not working. Then I watched some YouTube for a bit. Then I went to play on both my computer and my PS4. First I started playing on the computer. And I chatted with my friend Angel. Later at night, I went to bed. The only thing I like about this day is when I rode the bus to my afternoon class and had fun in my class, and that's it. Thank God this day ended at midnight, and thank God it's in the past now. I don't know who likes or hates this day. So I'm just gonna leave it be. December 2nd 2021 sucks. So does May 18th 2020. Note: if you like this day, I respect your opinion. September 2014, which is the month I went to middle school, is 6 million times better than December 2nd 2021. End of rant.